Good morning, everyone. Got some exciting stuff today. We're heading over to the showroom in Milford, Connecticut, where they have one of the new Model 3s on display. So we're supposedly getting a presentation on that. So we'll get to see what it's all about, see what's new, how it looks in person. So let's go. So I wanted to show you something interesting here. Now, it's been out for a little while, but not everyone knows about it. So when you're in Autopilot and you're approaching a vehicle like a semi-truck, which we are here, you'll see that in the lane, it'll slightly move away from it. Until you pass it. And then it'll go back to centering itself in the lane. Very interesting. It's good. It makes you a little more comfortable when you're driving this on Autopilot and there's a lot of traffic around you. And there they are. Some of the refreshed Model 3s. Exciting stuff. The showroom ended up having 3 of the new Model 3s that we were able to check out and sit in. You can see the front end has a new fascia and some new headlights as well that are more angular and sleek. Then around back, the taillights are a new one-piece design, again looking very sleek. The Tesla logo has been replaced with just the Tesla letters. But I think the real star of the show is the interior. It's been more or less completely redesigned. You have new seats that are both heated and cooled. There's a new steering wheel, and there's no more stalks, so all those buttons and controls are on the steering wheel itself. The screen has smaller bezels, which looks really sleek. The center console has been updated to be similar to the Model S and X, and there's now ambient lighting that surrounds the entire cabin, and that color can be customized to anything that you want. Not shown in the picture here is the addition of a screen for the backseat passengers, where they can control their climate settings, as well as music, and even play games or watch videos. Another thing I think would be very useful, especially for ride sharing, such as Uber or Lyft, the rear passengers are also able to adjust the front passenger seat, move it either forward or backwards. So if you have a particularly tall passenger, theoretically they could move that seat up more to give them more legroom. The backseat passengers are also able to pair Bluetooth headphones to just their screen, so that whatever they're doing on that screen doesn't affect the rest of the people in the cabin. Other than that, there's just general improvement in the materials used throughout the cabin, including Alcantara on door surfaces, and a nice fabric material above the front vent. Alrighty, and here we are in the Model 3 refresh. Looks absolutely incredible. You can see we have the ambient lighting around the front. Let's see, we can change that color. It's blue. I do like the green, we'll leave it at that. We have heated and ventilated seats. Absolutely love that. And the seats automatically adjust with that. You can see no more stalks on the sides. Blinker is on the steering wheel as well as your lights. Voice activation is no longer through the scroll wheel. It's actually just through the button here. Windshield wipers and your cameras. High fidelity park assist, because these cars no longer have ultrasonic sensors. Let's see if... First impressions, it is very quiet in here. And very smooth. All the windows are now double pane. That makes it nice and quiet. The suspension, wow, an incredible difference between the old Model 3 and the Model Y. It is extremely supple. It's very soft and very quiet in here. I almost feel like regen braking is not as strong. Wow. Another interesting thing that I didn't know, the key card does not have to be on the back of the center console anymore. It's now under the wireless charging pad, which is very interesting. That way, if you accidentally leave it here, you don't have to worry about it sliding around. It's just there in a safe spot already. Nice and quick as always. I do very much like the feel of the steering wheel. It's very contoured to the hand. A nice material as well. Feels very nice. I like it a lot. The screen has a lot smaller bezels. It's very noticeable. It's so quiet in here, it's wild. I love it. The seats are comfortable. I don't necessarily notice a big difference in the comfort of the seat, other than the fact that it's ventilated, of course. For me, that's a big thing. I occasionally use...
Turn right onto River Street.
I occasionally use the heated seats if it's very cold out, but most of the time, a ventilated seat is what I would look for. That's something that I would love to change or upgrade in my Model Y. New center console here with your cup holders. They don't move. Nice motion there. The armrest is magnetic, as well as the glove box. That pops right open. That's also the inside doesn't move with the glove box. It's just a section in there, and only the door moves. But that magnetically latches there. Pretty strong magnets, because that does still have to have the locking capability. Trying to find some bumps. That's what the the guys at the service center told me, to find as many bumps as you can. Really put it through its paces. See what it feels like.
Now turn right onto West River Street.
Usually it's not difficult to find crappy roads in Connecticut, but I am struggling.
In 500 feet, turn right to stay on River Street.
Yeah, I mean, manhole covers even. A lot smoother in this car.
Now
Pretty
turn
incredible.
right to stay on River Street.
It is weird. This would take a little bit of getting used to, having the blinkers on the steering wheel. You know, naturally you're just moving your finger to the stalk, you know, as a force of habit, of course. But figuring out, there is a little ridge here, so that does help to tell you where the middle of the two turn signals is. And to engage autopilot, you just tap on the scroll wheel. Yep, you got it. I think it has a single tap set up, so that turns off and disables autopilot. Interesting. So to turn on your high beams, you have to hold the headlight light, if you will. Okay, it's about time that I get back to the showroom. Not too many bumps, but yeah, this was a wonderful experience.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Blueston Post Road.
Yep, and so the you have on the screen your gear selector, so you slide up for drive and down for reverse. You also have the gear selector up here above you. That's a stop sign. So you have your park, reverse, neutral, and drive up at the top. There's a little pothole. Yeah, it is incredibly quiet. Can't get enough of that. We got to take a look in the showroom at obviously the exterior of the car. The lights, the front lights, not my favorite, but they're growing on me. The tail lights look stunning. I love those. The whole tail light body moves with the trunk. So to comply with the rule, law, whatever it is, about tail lights not being on movable structures, there are lights at the bottom of the trunk, or at the bottom of the back of the car, that will light up if the trunk is open. So that provides you with those tail lights.
Turn right.
Alrighty.
Now turn right.
Okay, so now we just slide it into reverse. And park it. Cameras are very clear. I think these are all shipping with hardware 4. And there you go. So yeah, you have your park, reverse, neutral, and drive up there as well. Big thanks to the Milford showroom staff. They were really accommodating for the Tesla Owners of Connecticut Club, and set up a time for us to test drive. I wasn't even expecting a test drive going into it, so that was a big plus for the day. While I did love the car, it's not something that I'm going to be looking to get into anytime soon. Hopefully sometime soon they do the same thing to the Model Y and upgrade the interior and exterior just like they did for the 3. Let me know in the comments section what you thought of the new car, things that surpassed your expectations, or maybe things that you wish you would have seen. If you liked what you saw today, don't be afraid to go give it a like and subscribe. That would be great. Helps out the channel. Trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers, so every person counts. But I think that about sums it up. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.